Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Guylaine and on this channel I'm exploring all types of arts and medium, and I hope you will enjoy this new video. Today we will dive again into the art of oil painting. If you watch my previous video, I started oil painting 1 year ago and now I'm trying to explore more techniques because my style is not yet defined, I think, and I'm still learning. It's still a journey. So today I decided that I will do a portrait study of a lady. As you can see, I prepared everything on my table. I will list all the material I use in the comment section below. For this video, I will try to execute first an underpainting before starting the real painting. So why am I doing an underpainting? I want to give a more classical look to my oil painting, and to get this effect, underpainting is the key. I want to work with as many layers as possible. So I will first do another painting with 1 tone of color. I mixed a bit of thinner. I'm using Sennelier non-toxic thinner, and I mixed it with a bit of burnt umber color, also from Sennelier. The great thing with an underpainting with 1 tone of color is that you can first focus more on the composition of the painting, like the volume, the shadows, the light, and forget about the colors for the moment. Then the second thing is that this layer, once it is quite dry, will be the foundation of the real painting, and it will act like a buffer between the white canvas and the painting. This way it will be easier to apply the colors on a surface already covered with painting. Also, it will be a way for saving more painting. Oil painting is expensive, and when you are doing another painting, you work with thinner layers of oil painting, so you waste less painting. The canvas I'm using for this painting is a panel cotton canvas that I gessoed beforehand. For this phase of this painting, I'm not only using brushes but also Q-tips to remove the painting where I want the light to be. It is the first time I'm using this method and it is very effective. This time I don't want to rush, and I'm really taking my time to make another painting as precise as possible, even if it will be completely covered by the colored painting afterwards. After a while, I decided to introduce some titanium white to work more efficiently on the contrast of the portrait study. By the way, I'm using a reference image for the light and shadow regarding this portrait. But the face is quite imaginative and I want to keep my style, and I'm not trying to make a realistic portrait here. As you can see, I also started to apply the color background, which is essential, at least for me, to be able to appreciate the color balance and to redefine the proportion of the contours of the face. Also for this underpainting, I will use mainly hard brushes. Soft brushes will be used mainly for the color phase. There will be a second part for this video. This video is only the first part. The underpainting color is the first layer. Then I will do the blocking colors, the second layer, that I will explain to you later on. And the second video will be the third layer, where I will work on nuances, transitions, and details. Regarding the oil mediums, I'm using boiled linseed oil. I like safflower oil as well. Both are good choices. What I like with boiled linseed oil is that it gives more viscosity and thickness to the painting. For sure, I need to practice with more mediums. I used at the beginning of my oil practice only linseed oil, but I really prefer safflower oil or boiled linseed oil. I also tested gel medium, but I'm not a fan of it. I prefer to work with oil mediums for the moment. Towards the end of the underpainting, I'm working with a smaller brush for the little details. I'm quite satisfied with the result, and I will let the underpainting dry a bit before starting the second layer, which will be the blocking color phase. So now let's start the second layer, which is the blocking color phase. As you probably may notice, these layers techniques are really different from the Allaprima technique. With the Allaprima technique, you work mainly with one layer of painting. It is more spontaneous, more expressive, more experimental as well, and the mixing of colors can be less precise. The blocking color phase that I'm doing now is a bit of an Allaprima technique, but with another painting phase underneath. I will try to start capturing the features of the character, but very loosely, a bit like a Allaprima technique. I'm not trying to work precisely on my transitions or details. What I'm doing is focusing on the undertones of the colors. The characters, the lady, has mainly yellow and green skin tones. So I will apply these colors almost directly and blend them as little as possible. I think you shouldn't be afraid of being bold, since the blocking colors will be covered by the third layer and appears through the transparency of the third layer. This accumulation of layers is also the best way to get the depth and thickness of the oil painting that you can see in a classical oil painting, and that is difficult to get sometimes with the Allaprima technique. Now I'm really starting to understand why layering is so important in oil painting. For the blocking color phase, I use more soft and round brushes. So now I will let you watch the rest of the video and I will come back with my final thoughts at the end. The blocking color phase is almost done. Now I will wait for this layer to be completely dry, and then I will tackle the third layer, which is where I will work on the nuances and the transition of the skin of the lady. This part will be the subject of the second video that will come very soon. So yes, there will be a part 2. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you are learning as I am learning as well. Please also subscribe to my channel or like the video if you liked it. Thank you for watching and see you very soon. Bye bye.